Everything's broken. Why can I not type in my own chat? What is going on? Okay. Why? What, dude? What? Dude, OBS is so chopped. Okay. So, I'm not getting emotes. W. My camera is frozen. W. There's no music. W. There's no sound. W. So this is all W's. Let's see if I can refresh the emote. Nope. I still can't type in my own chat. OBS is so stupid. I have to go to freaking this. Still not appearing. W. No emotes appearing. W. Refresh here. Try again. Can I type in my chat yet? Nope. Go to this one. There's the combo. Combo is now appearing. Okay. I still can't type in my chat though. I don't know. I guess I have to refresh this. No, I still can't, bro. OBS is just freaking stupid, bro. What is wrong with dude? It won't let me spam my own chat. Since when? This is just cap. This is not a thing. Okay, so now there's also no audio for anything, so that's cool. Oh, the camera froze. I forgot. I have to fix that. Yeah, okay. That's first thing I should fix. Why is it frozen? Like, what's the point of that? I guess it's just off. W. Okay. It's also bright. Okay. Just fix everything. Just fix all of it. Okay. What next? Audio. Let's fix the audio. Let's turn on the music. Is the music just not playing? Is that the problem? That might be the problem. Okay, I see. Holy, I can actually read chat, dude. It's so peak. Okay. Okay. Everything looks right now. Alright, let's remove this pin. No one even saw it. W. What does this pin even say? Oh, that's what the pin says. Chalk that pin. Alright, new pin. Alright, that's the pin. Alright! I don't even need this on. I can literally turn this off. Right. Oh, I gotta move it. Why does it look like that? Okay. Where do I go? Ah! How the frick do you dodge that, honestly? Honestly, how do you dodge that? Dude, this cord is so in the way. Like, bruh. It's like so busted, dude. This cord is just cooked. Gotta turn the whole thing around. W. Ah! Frick, man! You want. Ah! Ah! Dude! Ah! This cord is dangerous! Man! How do I fix this? Oh my gosh! This is actually. Yo, man, this cord is a hazard. Alright, dude, this should be good. Alright, bro. 10 minutes of stalling. 10 minutes of gameplay. Bang. How many frames do I have? Wait, I actually don't have that many frames. Why? Bro. Am I tweaking? I have like less frames now. Wait. Bro, why? What changed? My Chrome is taking so much thing. Okay. Maybe... I also have a 5-day uptime. That's probably part of it. What's up, Benner? Welcome to the shortest stream on this channel yet. We are breaking records today with a 10-minute stall segment at the start and then a 5-minute gameplay segment. I hope you're ready for the 5-minute gameplay. Now, exactly, bro. We're speedrunning everything today. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I was gonna try like a couple new strats with the new PC, but for some reason my frames randomly weren't as good as I expected. What's going on? No, they're back to being good now. They're like 300 now. Okay. It randomly was like 200 and I was confused, but yeah. That's definitely true, bro. I can't, like, bro. I can't even play the, think about this. I can't even play the game in long enough bursts right now to even do a run. All I can do is literally practice. Anyways. No complaining. There's not gonna be any complaining this stream. It's gonna be... Look. Ignore me missing these neutrals. Bro. I have 300 hertz, 300 FPS. This is game breaking. The new monitor is really good. Okay. There's one problem with the new monitor, and it is the viewing angles are absolutely the worst probably ever. I don't know how they're so bad. It's literally so bad that I can tell the screen's darkening even when I'm looking at it straight on. Like from the okay. It's an IPS, yes. Okay, it is horrible view angles, but it's still fine. Like, just because it's horrible doesn't mean it's bad. Does that make sense? Like, let me turn the music down. Terrible viewing angles does not mean bad experience. Because even the worst viewing angles is still pretty much unnoticeable when you're looking at it straight on. And since I'm looking at it straight on, I don't really notice it. But it is there, you know, it is terrible viewing angles. But otherwise, it's 300 hertz. And it looks really nice. So W. And then the... I mean, the CPU is a CPU. You know, it's 5700X W. I'm getting like 300 to 500 frames now. Also, I just suck at the game is what I'm noticing. Let me like try and not mess these up. Because look, one strat that I was not really able to do is the fast version of this room. Where you don't hit the guy. Okay, if I can even get to him, I could show it, but I freaking can't. Let me lock in for a second. I want to not mess up neutrals right now. Wait, why do I actually suck, though? I guess this is what being washed is. Okay, I can also hit that guy now, like, consistently. It's kind of weird. That guy was actually really far. That was bad. Alright, maybe this is not the best room to demonstrate the new freaking PC. Because it's like random. But in theory, this guy... never mind. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Never... Okay. Just never mind. Forget that one. Here's a better one. This room has like a 0.5 second time save that I was not able to do because my loads were worse. Now, I will say my loads right now are not optimal. Because I have a 5-day uptime. And probably because I don't know what the other... Oh, I probably have like 20 apps open as well. That's definitely not helpful. Now, the new CPU is good. I will say, I don't know if it's as good as I expected. Although, that doesn't mean it's bad. It's still good. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm tweaking. I thought I was literally going to have an absolute monster PC where I could have 100 tabs open and see no lag. But I think that might have just been incorrect. An incorrect assessment. Because this is one of the best CPUs for AM4 that I can get. Also, chalk the song. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to be complaining. The CPU is still really good. And I can do this strat. I already tested this one earlier. I can do this one now. Well, I have plenty of RAM. RAM is not an issue, I guarantee you. So wait, what is this new strat? You do a harpoon instead, then a wave dash. Bang. Oh, frick. Oh, I didn't get it, dude. I don't know. I think my loads are bad right now. I think I have to restart my computer, but I obviously can't because I'm streaming. I did try this strat before though, and it like worked. I was able to do the faster version of it. Wait, I actually can't get it now. Maybe I need to go higher. Dude, I don't get it. I need to stop pressing left there. It's so dumb and literally the worst thing you can ever do there. It literally doesn't help at all. I should probably watch someone do this room so I'm not doing it wrong and just... Stop pressing left! Frick! I'm looking at... Okay, I'm looking at the room stop. Hold on. I'm gonna look at the room stop. See, the thing is, bro, my RAM is good. My GPU is good. Whoa, dude. Chrome's using 20% CPU. What the frick? That's just cap. Yeah, I think I need to just restart my computer. Because it has a 5-day uptime. Because look, when I first launched with the CPU, it was really good, honestly. Like, I think the game runs a lot better on this. I think the game does run a lot better. I just can't have a trillion things open. Also, I could try. Should I try? I used to have to put every game into high performance mode or real-time performance mode in Task Manager, but when I got this new CPU, I didn't have to do that. It was just running fine. But I might just do it anyways because I think it's better like that. So let me just try it. I'm gonna try doing it. I just put it on real time. Do I have more frames? Oh my goodness. It actually worked. I did the strat! Bang! Bang! Alright, I need to calm down. It's not that big of a deal. I think putting it in real time is just a good idea no matter what. Because it just gives you better performance. This stream is definitely 5% gameplay, I can't lie. But that's okay. I needed to do a stream at some point before well, I don't know. I'm freaking cooked, bro. I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm actually fine. Let me look at the strat just to make sure I'm doing it right. I don't want to be... I did do it though. I got the cling. I got the... What the frick is it? The cling, bro? The cling? What am I saying? I got the... I guess that is what it would be. It would be a cling. I clinged onto the moving platform. Alright, let me check the strat. Dash, harpoon, wave dash, pogo, bang, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he does like a dash onto the wall there. That's interesting. Probably completely unnecessary, but W. I don't really know what the point of that is. 2, 3. I don't... Maybe that's good. Oh, I see. It's because it's doing a freaking nail up slash. It's fake. No one's ever doing that in a run, so just pretend it doesn't happen. Bro. Yeah. Now my hand's getting better. It's just really slow. It is getting better. No, it's definitely... Well, yeah. I don't know. It depends on what you count as getting better. I just... need to like rest it more. I was doing way too much. I don't know. I continuously am a moron and I continuously do more than I should be. Like I literally, bro, when I first came back to playing the game after 2 weeks of rest, the first thing I did was do a 6-hour stream. That was the dumbest thing ever, bro. I don't know why I did that. And then the following day I did a 4-hour stream that was all silksong. So I was basically just going straight back to my roots and pushing through the weakness when I'm not supposed to. I think I've fully learned my lesson now though. Like I think I'm fully learning my lesson to where I'm not gonna overdo it. I'm gonna really slowly start playing the game more. So like, bro, right now I'm playing the game 15 minutes a day, maybe 30 tomorrow, maybe by the end of next week it'll be an hour, maybe 2 weeks it'll be 2 hours, maybe 3 weeks it'll be 3 hours. You know, like it's gonna be a really slow progression, so that I don't have to keep like sucking. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to keep going back into this freaking recovery period. It sucks so much. Yeah, I'm doing that pretty consistently, actually. Really, you can't? Like, at all? Bro, I used to be able to play for 16 hours straight if I wanted to. I think what happened, honestly... I think... Dude, I don't even know what happened, though. I really did used to be able to play for 16 hours with no issues. I would almost think controller would be less bad on your hands, but I really don't know. Like, I thought about that. I thought about if controller would be better or worse for hands. And I was thinking, like, it'd probably be better. But I don't know. It might be worse. No, but I just don't, dude. What I still don't understand. I still just don't understand why I was able to play so much and then I just wasn't. It's so weird. Like, I understand that the reason that it got so bad is because I kept pushing through weakness, which was really bad. And I shouldn't have done that. And I, of course, learned my lesson. But why did I even get to a point where I was getting weakness anyway? That's what I don't get. Because before, I could just play the game 14 hours, no issue. So I don't know, bro. I don't know what happened. I don't know what changed. I have no idea. So I can actually do that. What do you do after that, by the way? Wait, you're probably not supposed to hit this guy. You're probably just supposed to go like this, right? And then you hit this thing, and then... Also, I saw he's doing, like, this weird strat where he does another wall jump and then that. And then he, like, dashes. I don't really understand that, but... Why do I keep being him on? Okay. Anyways, what was I even yapping about? Oh, yeah. About how I'm like, depressed and I freaking can't play the game. No. I said I was going to be no good playing this stream. Look. There are so many things to not complain about. Sometimes you have to, like, think. Okay, there might be something. There's always something you can complain about, right? There's always something. But there's always also something you cannot complain about. So it's literally a question of, would I rather be miserable and depressed? Or would I rather be happy despite... Well, maybe I could probably word it a little better. Would I rather focus on the negatives or the positives? Because there's always going to be negatives. And there's always going to be positives. No matter what. No matter what scenario, no matter what situation, there's always going to be negatives. There's always going to be positives. So what is the point, honestly, of focusing on the negatives? What is possibly the point? There's literally 0 point. Also, I almost did the strat, right? Why is the guy just in my way? Did I do something wrong there? The guy was in my way. I have to look at the strat again. Yeah, I need to stop looking at the strat. There's way too many freaking nail wall jumps going on here. Let's just chalk that. Dang, bro, that sucks. No 7 TV emotes. Depressing. I actually added so many 7 TV emotes while I was away. Let me see. Which ones did I add? This one's cool. Oh, nice. They haven't updated yet. I don't understand this thing. I don't understand this thing where it doesn't load the new emotes anymore. I don't get it. What's even the point of adding them? Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie, the stream's ending in about 2 seconds, but oh wait, it's loading in my chat, but not in the overlay. Why though? Why is the overlay like broken in old and sucks? Maybe let me try replacing it. I don't think I ever tried that. Let me try that. First, let me open this in Google, because that's where it appears. Let's try this emote again. Bang. Does it appear? Okay, it does. It does. I think I figured out the formula. You have to repaste the link. Now it should work. Bang! It still won't let me type in my chat. I freaking can't, bro. It won't let me type the same message twice in my own chat. That's not a thing. That's not supposed to be a thing, bro. I promise that's a glitch. Okay, you can type it. W though. I literally can't type it. Can I type it now? Now I can type it. W combo. Yo, I don't understand what this random thing is, this random glitch in OBS, where when I'm using the OBS chat thingy. What do you call it? A doc? It's called a doc. The OBS chat doc in OBS, which allows you to type in your chat and see your chat. And I'm like not able to type the same message twice as if I'm a viewer. I don't understand what that is. It won't let me spam anymore. So I don't know what changed. I don't know what freaking happened, but it just won't let me type in my own chat now. So anyways, no complaining, right? No complaining. Stop complaining. I'm never gonna complain again. What other remotes did I add? Okay, so at this point, by the way, this is a full stall segment. The stream. Oh, W Wagga. That's a cool emote. Yeah, no, this is a stall segment. Just to be clear, I don't want to mislead you. The stream is ending. But the thing is, I did say no complaining. I'm gonna do a. This isn't a complaint. This is an observation. I am observing that I am not able to play the game very long. Okay, that's an observation. I'm not gonna say anything about it. I'm not gonna, you know, say if that makes me happy or sad. W link gets insta deleted. I'm not gonna say if it makes me happy or if it makes me sad. I'm only gonna say that I can only play the game for 15 minutes. I'm not gonna say anything else because there's no complaining. It's just an observation. Okay, it does make me a little bit sad. That's not really a complaint. That's also an observation. It making me sad is an observation, right? It doesn't really mean like alright, I can look at this video now. I was gonna like find another remote, but it's freaking cooked. Okay. Oh, I can't even see the freaking I don't understand why this OBS doc is so glitched. I can't even see the link. I have to go, because usually even though it's deleted I can still click on it, but not anymore. I have to go all the way to my chat. Yeah, OBS is chopped, bro. Chalk OBS. It's freaking cooked. Stream manager. I think, because I didn't even update OBS, so I don't know what would be causing it to be chopped. Also, I still can't see the link. You might have to send it again. I don't know why it's just completely gone. Maybe send it again. Oh! Alright, I can see it now. See, I just wish. Oh, I've actually seen this reel. This is a classic reel, bro. This is a classic reel. I've seen this. This is a peak reel. Yo, one day we're gonna have a real segment on stream, but I have to like make an account and stuff. Obviously I have an account, but like I have to make an account for my freaking channel. And I need to start posting reels too. No, I actually need to do that. I don't know when, probably soon. I'm gonna make an account for this channel, post reels, and then I can do even more stalling on stream by watching reels. I mean, that's peak. Tell me that's not peak. The whole stream at this point, it's really just a question of how long can I stream without actually streaming? Like, how much can I stall before I have to end the stream? That's basically what these last couple of streams have been. It's a matter of testing the boundaries of how much I can keep the stream going without a stream occurring. Also, what the frick is this song? Is this a banger? This might be a banger. I did test the new strat though when I can do it. So, I mean, technically this is a successful stream. We did test the new strat. The new PC is working. The new monitor is working. I have 2 monitors set up now. So I can actually read my chat with more than 2 lines. I can see my chat on the other side of the screen. As well, I have the timer on the other side of the screen. By the way, did you get banned? Because all your messages are deleted now. Oh, frick. I think you got banned. Oh, frick. How do I unban you? Oh, no. Why would it do that? Yo. That's crazy. Okay. I need to fix that, bro. I need to fix that now, actually. How do I fix that? I think I unbanned you, by the way. How do I make it to where it doesn't do that? How do I make it to where Nightbot stops doing that? I don't want it to ban people ever. Yo, if you're... Oh. Yeah, you were timed out. Yeah, I know. But that's what I meant. Alright, bro. I need to fix Nightbot. Wait, Nightbot's not even like... To chalk the music. Nightbot's not even... Do I even have... I mean, oh, I do. I'm tweaking. Yep, there it is. Okay. My bad. My bad for the tweak. Alright. Let me see if I can fix this. Also, chalk this off. Okay. I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit. I just want to fix Nightbot. Why does Nightbot time people out, though? Frick, man. I know, bro. I don't understand, bro. I don't understand. I don't understand why it, like... I don't even know why it delete... Well, I think I do know why it deletes links, but I don't know why it bans people. Is there any way to stop it from banning people? Let me see. Logs. What, dude? Time out. Wait, it doesn't even say that he timed you out, though. Yo, I might be tweaking, bro. It doesn't even say... It literally doesn't even say regulars, song requests. Song requests? Wait, how do I do that? That sounds cool. We'll do that later. Chat moderation. This is probably where it is. Okay. So, I need it to not ever... W follower. I need it to not ever ban people. How do I get it to not ever ban people? Okay, maybe not ever, but like as in not for links. I don't want people to get banned for links. Let me see. Oh, I see. Okay, I can just do this. Boom. No, I don't want it to be... Oh, frick. I want to just disable the timeout. I can make it to where you only get timed out for 1 second. Yeah, like... I have, like... The main reason I got this bot is because I didn't want to have to manually ban those bots that come in the chat and spam freaking... The freaking... what is it? The view bot links and stuff. I didn't want to have to manually ban those guys. So I got Nightbot. But I don't want it to ban anyone else. That's probably impossible. Okay, what I can do is I can make it to where it only times you out for 1 second. That's kind of lame though. Like, because then it still purges all your messages, which sucks. Maybe... Yeah, that's probably the best option. I don't know. The best option for now, I guess, is just to make the timeout link 1. You should still be able to post 1 link completely fine though. I think. I don't know. I wish I could fix it, but I don't think there's anything else I can do. Alright, now you just get timed out for 1 second though, so that's not a big deal. No, bro, the thing is you can post links. I don't have any problem with viewers posting links and stuff. I just don't want to have to manually be on all the bots, which is why I have the auto mod. But I have no problem with links getting posted, and I'll click on them even if they get deleted. It's just like this is completely just anti-bot. What would you call it? It's anti-bot protocols. I just don't want the bots to be spamming. It already okay. Did it time you out this time though? Or was it just a warning? Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. You might get banned for this one. I'm gonna be honest, bro, you might get banned for this one. No. I think you might get banned for this for real. Yo. Alright, I'm just closing out of the freaking show. Alright, I don't think I can stall anymore. What else was I gonna say? Is there anything else I was gonna say? I think I've run out of stalling, so I think no, I have a few more things to say. Oh yeah, I was talking about how successful this stream was for a second. Talk this song, bro. Talk this song. I was talking about how successful this stream was. I stalled for 20 minutes. I tested a new strat. The new strat works because of the new CPU. The new PC is working. The new PC is working after a lot of pain. It was a lot of pain. Bro, the first CPU I got, 2 weeks ago now? I think 2 weeks ago now. The first CPU I got came in. I was so excited. I take it out. I go to put, I don't even think I've told this story yet. I go to put the CPU in, right? Like replace it. Take one out, put the new one in. It's a 5800X. Okay. And as I take out my old CPU, I notice it's not coming out. It's not coming out. What's going on here? Well, as it turns out, whoever made my computer, and by whoever I mean me, well, it wasn't me. It was my brother's. But the point is, there was way too much thermal paste. So as I'm pulling out the cooler that's like attached to the CPU, because it's a, what is it called? A stock cooler, so it's like attached. As I'm pulling it out, the CPU is stuck onto the cooler and it's not coming off. And so I boom! And then the whole thing comes out. The CPU comes out attached to the cooler and it's stuck. It's stuck. I thought I broke my whole thing. I'm not even joking. I thought I broke everything because the way it came out was like it's so cooked. But this is not the problem. This is actually all fine. What did happen, there's a back plate under the motherboard that allows you to put in the coolers. Because I pulled it out so fast, the back plate fell down to be under the motherboard. So like, well, it's already under the motherboard, but like it fell down in further into the case, which means I couldn't get to it and it was stuck under the motherboard. And I couldn't put the new cooler in, which I of course didn't find out until after I tried to install it. So first, second or third, I don't even know what point we're on. I tried to install the new CPU in. I put it in really carefully, put down the lock, of course. Actually, I think the lock was already down, but it doesn't matter. I put the thermal paste on. I attempt to put the cooler on. I can't. Look, you need the back plate to install the cooler, because it was like a new cooler that I got. It wasn't a stock cooler. I got a new one specifically for the CPU because it's like a better cooler. So I had to, yeah, bro, this is bad, by the way. It gets so much worse. I had to think about it now. What's the scenario? I cannot put the cooler on. The CPU is in, but I can't put the cooler on, which means I can't use the CPU. In order to put the cooler on, I need the backplate to be installed. The backplate's not installed because I ripped out my CPU because it was attached because of all the thermal paste. So I also had to take the old CPU and rip it off, which took like a minute of just freaking ripping before it came off. That's not the point. That's not the problem. I need to get off of that point because that point's I'm taking way too long on that one. Let's get on to the real problem. The backplate's under the motherboard, which means I have to uninstall the entire motherboard. That took like 4 hours of freaking way too much effort. I don't know if you've ever uninstalled a motherboard after 5 years of the motherboard being in, but it's like impossible. Okay, the screws are fine. The screws aren't a problem. The problem is the plugs. All of the plugs are like vacuum sealed into the motherboard. You literally cannot get them out. So I was pulling on these plugs so hard that it literally took minutes for some of the plugs. How freaking sealed they were into the holes. Pause. I had to like take double grip the plug, twist, do some twisting motions while I was gripping it out. Yo, this sounds crazy. Just look, I had to let me just clean this up. I had to pull the plugs out, and it took 4 hours of effort, 4 hours of pain. Now remember, this whole time, what's wrong? My right hand is weak the whole time. I'm supposed to be resting my right hand. I'm not even supposed to be using it. I'm not even supposed to use my right hand at all. And here I was for 4 hours straight pulling plugs out. That sounds insane. Yo, what else would you call it? It's a plug, right? It's a freaking whatever. I had to pull all of them out to take the motherboard out. Okay, next. I take the motherboard out. It's looking good. Everything is good. I see the back plate. It's on the freaking bottom of the case. I pull the back plate out. I put the motherboard back in. Now it's time to reinstall. But before I can put the motherboard back in, I need to make sure the back plate is actually up. So I put the back plate up, right? Now the back plate's up. I have to sit the motherboard back down into the case. That was a little bit hard. That's not the real problem though. What comes next is the issue. So imagine this. I just spent 4 hours taking plugs out of the motherboard, okay? which took 4 hours. My hand is way more tired than it should be. I'm not even supposed to use the hand, bro. This hand is supposed to be resting. But I had to use it because I needed to take the plugs out. Keep in mind, this whole time, bro, there's like a clock ticking down because I can't put my old CPU back in. So my PC is essentially bricked until I put the new CPU in. So I had to do this fast, which is why I knew that I had to do it in one day because I couldn't afford to take a break. So I basically was destroying my hand. After 4 hours of this, I thought, surely putting the plugs back in is going to be easier, right? I put the motherboard in. The backplate's installed. Everything's looking good. The plugs are even harder to get in than they were to get out. I didn't think it was possible, dude. Well, not all of them. It was mainly one. The big 12 pin or whatever it's called is like impossible, dude. I don't know how I was supposed to get that one in. That one took like 10 minutes to get in. The other ones weren't actually that bad. The blue one was also impossible, actually. That one was terrible. The blue one that plugs in sideways, that one was also impossible. Anyways, I know, bro. Those plugs are literally so freaking cooked. I think it's partially because I hadn't, like, unplugged them in 5 years. So they were just literally coated in dust and just caked in freaking dust, bro. Anyways, this is not where the story ends because, unfortunately, it gets worse. It probably took, okay, realistically, I'm not going to try and over-exaggerate. It probably took, like, an hour to put everything back in. It wasn't as long. Still took a while. Oh, I forgot to even mention this part. Yo, this story is taking way longer than I expected. It's actually, I forgot to mention a key component here, which is, in order to even get to the motherboard, I have to take out the GPU. In order to take the GPU out, I have to unscrew these things on the back of the case. The screw that I needed to unscrew was too small for any screwdriver I had. It was also, I didn't realize this at first, but it was an Allen wrench thing. You know, the things that have like 5 sides or 6 sides or whatever, maybe 7. Sorry, that was bad. Look, the Allen wrench screws in the case, and it was really tiny too. So I didn't have one. I didn't have an Allen wrench that small. I had to go to, what is the place called? What is the place called where you, freaking whatever. I had to go to a store to get a new Allen wrench, right? Look all over the store. Oh, I went to Best Buy first. This was a horrible idea. I don't know why I thought Best Buy was going to have it. Freaking Best Buy. Go to Best Buy first. There's no Allen wrench in the entire store. Or at least there wasn't one with the size. I go to the next store, which was like a hardware store. And I find an Allen wrench, right? And it has like it's like a multi-wrench. It has like 10 different sizes. So I'm like, okay, this one's small enough, right? So I get that. Go back. And it's actually the wrong size, but here's the kicker. It's the wrong type of screw. I thought it was an Allen wrench screw. Have you ever heard of a Torx screw? Sorry, not Torx, Torx. Torx. It was called a Torx screw. I've never heard of this in my life up until this point. It's like an Allen wrench, but more pointy. I don't know why. Like, I don't know what the point of all these screw types is. They could have one universal screw, and you wouldn't have to deal with all of this. But instead, there's like 5 different types of screws, and I need to calm down. Look, in the moment, this was very stressful because I thought my PC was bricked because I thought that if I didn't like turn it on fast enough, it was just gonna die. Which, go back to the store, return the Allen wrench, get the Torx wrench, come back, go to the plug. The plug? What am I need to stop talking about plugs. Go to the screw. The screw, which I've been trying to unplug this whole time. Unscrew. I don't know why I keep saying plug. Something wrong with my brain. Yo. Okay, look. I go to unscrew the screw that I've been trying to unscrew for an hour. And would you believe it? I unscrewed the screw finally. And I didn't even have to unscrew it. It was completely pointless. It was only 2 screws on the entire PC case that needed that type of wrench. And they weren't even necessary to take out the GPU. I don't know what the point of those screws are. Like, what is the point? I don't know. Anyways, that was a really big side tangent. Let's get back to the main point at hand. I'm reinstalling the motherboard at this point. The hard part is over, in theory. I actually returned it because I didn't need it. So I returned it the next day. Yo, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that whole like side segment that I went on though, while I was trying to do it, it was like 2 hours total of just trying to get this one screw out. And literally the whole time, I could have just ignored the screw. If I had just tried to do it without the screw, I would have realized that you don't even need to unscrew that screw. It's so freaking dumb. Anyways, that's not the point. That's completely besides the point. Next, I'm reinstalling the motherboard. It takes like an hour. It still takes a while. It's not as bad though. In theory, the hard part's over. The worst part of reinstalling the motherboard was just that I was so cooked at this point because all of this stuff had happened already. And my hand was literally so done, and I knew that I was destroying it. I literally knew that I was going to freaking take 2 weeks off of the recovery for my hand, for my arm, whatever. But I had to keep going because I didn't want my PC to get bricked. Yo. Bro, I have to stall the stream somehow. Okay, wait, the story's actually almost done though. Okay. It unfortunately gets worse. It unfortunately does get worse. After I finally reinstall the motherboard, I'm like, oh my goodness, we're finally here. We're finally done. I can put in the new cooler. So the new CPU is now in. I need to put on the new cooler. First, I need to put on the mount for the cooler. The cooler comes in like a thing where you have the cooler, but then you also have the mount. And you have to put the mount into the backplate. Which is why I needed the backplate, which is why I had to reinstall everything. But the backplate's here. What's up, Satch? What's up? Welcome to Welcome to the stall stream. I'm talking about what am I talking about again? Oh yeah. I'm talking about 2 weeks ago. This is 2 weeks ago now. I'm talking about when I what led up to the CPU. Let me get on with the story though, because I'm not gonna restate the whole story, but basically we're reinstalling the motherboard. Everything's good. I have the backplate in. Now I just need to put in what was I just saying? What was I just called it? What did I just call it? It's the mount for the cooler. I have to screw it in the backplate. The mount comes with these two things and there's holes in it. Now, this was probably the most devastating thing that's ever happened to me, and I'm not even joking. Well, it ended up not being devastating, but imagine how devastating it was to me. Just think about this. After all of this, I look at the mount. I look at the holes. There's supposed to be like a hole in the metal, and the hole is supposed to be a hole, right? It's not supposed to get cut off. It's supposed to be a full hole in the middle of the metal, and I know this because I looked at the manual and it showed a hole in the middle of the thing. I look at my clamps, and the hole is a freaking crescent because it's cut off, because the metal's cut off, so it's not a hole. And I was actually devastated because I thought I got a defective mount. And I thought that I wasn't going to be able to put the cooler in. And I thought my PC was going to be bricked. And I thought all this effort for nothing. Now, was it a defective mount? Yes. I was still able to use it though. It was way harder than it's supposed to be. Even though it was, instead of a hole, it was like a crescent. I was still able to do it. It was just a million times harder. Let me speed this story up. This is taking too long. I put the clamp in. I put the freaking cooler on. It takes a while, but I get it on. Now at this point I've used thermal paste like 2 different times, by the way. I didn't really mention that, but I'm running out of thermal paste, so I don't have much chances left for this. I put the new thermal paste on. I put the heatsink down. I'm installing the heatsink. As I'm installing the heatsink, I freaking cracked something. I didn't actually crack something, but I heard like a crack while I was installing it, and it shook up the whole thing. And when I went, I took it back off, and the CPU was fine, but I was like installing it on the wrong part. So I literally thought I bricked everything. Now the problem with this is that I had already put what is it called? I'm talking too fast. I can't even remember what I'm saying. I already put the cooler on. What am I saying? Not the cooler. The freaking thermal paste. I already put the thermal paste on. Which means at this point, I put the thermal paste on, put the heatsink on, taking it back off because I installed it wrong. Now I need to put it back on, but I couldn't put more thermal paste on because I was running out. So I just said, chalk the thermal paste. There's already some on there. Let's just put it on anyways. I put the heatsink on. I put the fan on. The fan clamps on very nicely. I say that, it took like 20 minutes to get the fan clamped on because it's freaking chopped freaking box. Box? Not a box. The case. The case is like really cramped. Anyways, I got that on. I plug in the fan. At this point, everything is good. Everything is fixed. I spent like 8 hours to get to this point. My hand is cooked. I know that I've completely messed up my hand, and this is horrible, but at least the PC will turn on, right? Okay, I press the power button. The PC turns on. It's so far so good, right? Boots into the BIOS. And here's the kicker. It boots into the BIOS. Now, if your computer boots into the BIOS, is it working or not? I would assume that if a computer can boot into the BIOS, it's probably working, right? Surely there's nothing wrong. I already flashed my BIOS earlier, so there shouldn't be anything wrong. No. It wasn't the thermal paste. The thermal paste was fine. I'm telling you, the thermal paste was fine. Because, like, there was still thermal paste on it. I just took the heatsink off and put it back on. So it, like, wasn't... It wasn't that, bro. Trust me. The thermal paste was good. It boots into the BIOS. I get out of the BIOS. Like, I thought it was over. I thought it was good. And then I press escape to get out of the BIOS. And it immediately blue screens. What do you mean it's my SSD? Well, my SSD's fine. Bro. You don't understand, bro. You don't understand how much troubleshooting I did. It wasn't anything. It was a defective CPU. Bro, this was 2 weeks ago. I'm pretty sure I put a pin in my chat after because I was so cooked that that the CPU is defective. After the initial blue screen, I troubleshooted, is that the right word? I troubleshooted for about... That's what I'm saying! No, like, I don't understand, bro. It booted into the BIOS, but it wouldn't boot into Windows. It blue screened every time. So look, I know that it wasn't a problem with anything else, though, because the CPU that I got after works. But let me just get to that. Look, it had to have been a problem with the CPU, pretty much had to have been. I spent 4 hours troubleshooting after. I tried literally everything. I also, like, reinstalled some of the components on my computer, like the SSD and stuff, just to make sure it wasn't that. Reinstalled the RAM, reinstalled the GPU, reinstalled everything. After, like, 4 hours of troubleshooting, nothing has changed. It's still going into BIOS, but it's blue screening every time I go into Windows. So, after 4 hours of trying, I determine that the CPU is probably defective. Now, I just want to pause for a second. You have to understand the state I'm in right now. Well, not right now. This was 2 weeks ago. Imagine the state of a man after he spends 12 hours with so many setbacks. But every setback, he keeps going. And no matter how many setbacks and no matter how devastating the setbacks, he keeps going. Even though his arm is supposed to be resting, he continues using it because he knows he needs to get this to work. Despite completely destroying my arm, I had made it to the finish line, and it didn't work. It was blue screened. So, you can imagine, it was not very good, bro. I was a little bit sad, I'm going to be honest. I was actually a little bit depressed, I'm going to be honest. Look, it was bad. Looking back on it, it wasn't the end of the world because, you know, it works now. But it was really bad, bro. I thought it was cooked. Also, I didn't even know if my computer was working until I put my old CPU back in. So I had to freaking uninstall the new CPU. This was a 5800X, so this was the first one I got. I had to uninstall it basically because I thought it's probably just defective. I took it out. I put back the old CPU in. Because basically this was my last, like, thing. This was my last troubleshooting. I was like, okay, I've tried everything else. Let me see if it's the CPU. So I took out the new CPU. I put in the new CPU. Or the old CPU. What am I saying? I took out the new one that I had spent 12 hours installing. And I put in the old one to see if it was the CPU that was a problem. I boot up the computer and it immediately works. It immediately boots into Windows and everything's fine. So tell me it wasn't the CPU. It literally had to be. It can't be anything else. Because I didn't change anything else. Like, I did all this troubleshooting. And then at the end of all the troubleshooting, I took the CPU out. I put my old one back in. And it worked. It literally had to be the CPU. It literally could not be anything else. Anyways. So, after all of that, the CPU is defective, and I returned it. I then ordered a new one. I ordered the 5700X instead of a 5800X. So, the only real difference between those two is nothing. It's basically the same thing. So anyways, I get the 5700X. This is last week now. I get the 5700X. By the way, the sad part of the story is over now. The chalk part of the story is done. Everything from here on out is good news. I get the new CPU. I take out my old one. Now, I was actually, at this point, this was last week, I was like expecting it to not work because I was traumatized from the last one. So I was expecting it to all go wrong, but it actually went pretty well. There was one issue, and it was kind of scary. When I installed the new CPU, took out the 3600, put in the 5700X, I forgot to put the clamp down, which is apparently really bad because you're supposed to put that clamp down. So I installed the cooler on top of the CPU without putting the clamp down, and when I booted up, it didn't boot. So I booted up my computer, this was last week, and it didn't boot, and I was actually so scared. I thought I was about to go down another 12 hours of troubleshooting. Thankfully, I took the cooler back out, put the clamp down, and miraculously nothing went wrong. I'm actually surprised that that didn't like break everything, because apparently not putting the clamp down is really bad. But I put the clamp back down and everything worked. I booted up with the 5700X and I had success. Finally, successful installation. I'm never gonna touch this computer again. I'm literally never going to open this computer again. I have no reason to ever do it again. This computer is done. The next computer I get is going to be a pre-built, and I'm never gonna open it. I don't think I'm ever gonna open a PC ever again. It's just too much, bro. There's too much that can go wrong. There is way too much at stake. I didn't even realize this, but apparently while you're flashing your BIOS update, if your power goes out, you just break your entire PC. So I don't know why I would ever flash a BIOS update in my life. I don't know what they expect. Like, I didn't know that while I was doing it. Thank goodness I didn't know, because I probably wouldn't have done it. But like, dude, imagine my power just went out, because my power goes out randomly sometimes without any explanation. So I'm in an apartment, so it just randomly goes out sometimes. I would have literally cried. Let's cook, bro. Anyways, the point of this whole story. What is the point of this whole story? I chalked my arm, honestly. That's the main thing you can get out of this story. I basically completely destroyed my recovery 2 weeks ago when I got the first CPU and installed it. I basically like bricked my arm, basically. I didn't brick my computer, thank goodness, but I did brick my arm. So I was like cooked for a while. MSI. Yeah, never get an MSI, bro. It's actually chopped. Also, never get a gigabyte anything, bro. Never get a gigabyte anything. My monitor is gigabyte. I don't think I'm ever gonna buy a gigabyte monitor again. Like, okay, W Gigabyte for having good customer service. Actually, surprisingly, I was not surprised. I was not expecting that. I thought I was gonna have awful customer service because it's freaking Gigabyte. Their monitors, bro, I'm gonna be honest, their monitors do not last very long. They're good. Their monitors are good, but like they don't last very long. I would not recommend them. I'm probably never gonna get one again. Like, the monitor I have right now is Gigabyte because they gave it to me because of like a replacement. But I don't think I would buy one of these again, just because like, bro, it just like breaks. Like, it's good, but it just breaks. I don't know. I think low key, bro. Oh, LG is really good. LG was my first monitor that I ever got. I never had any problems with it. LG's a great brand, honestly. LG's a really underrated brand. I think the best monitor brand is probably Asus, to be honest. Asus is really good. Like, Asus basically never fails you, and it has really good customer service. Okay. Gigabyte is basically like, it fails, and they do have good customer service, but it still fails. So why would you even get it? I'm glad that they even replaced my monitor though. Like, I'm actually really happy that they did that. They could have just said chalk that and not replace it, but they did. So I have two monitors now, and I can actually read my chat. So that's cool. Anyways, the whole point of me telling that story was to basically explain that I was like recovering my arm, and then I basically, it's like, imagine if you were imagine you broke the bone in your arm, and you go to the doctor and they put a cast on it, and they say, don't take this cast off for 8 weeks, and then 2 weeks into it, you take a hammer and you start beating your cast, and you just beat it like 10 times in a row. And then that's basically what I did to my arm. That's like the equivalent of what I did. The 12 hours of troubleshooting, specifically unplugging those freaking plugs that are impossible to unplug, that took 10 minutes of pulling the freaking plug to get it out. Pause. That is what chalked my arm. like re-chalked it. I guess I should try to re-chalked it. It was already chalked, but I re-chalked it because it was supposed to be resting that whole time, and then I just freaking chalked it. That was 2 weeks ago now. Was it 2 weeks ago now? Not quite. It was almost 2 weeks ago now. It was more like a week and a half. But look, since then I've basically been mostly resting it and just like not playing the game much at all. But anyways, last week I got the new CPU. I got the new monitor. I already explained how that new CPU went. The monitor all went great. The monitor installed really nice. And now I have 2 monitors set up again. 5 days, 6 hours. Dang, bro, that sucks, bro. Trust me, bro. I know what it's like, bro. I mean, like, I don't know what the deal is with hands where they just don't work. It's kind of dumb. I feel like they should just work. You know, like, bro, if you learn from my mistakes, because this is like the reason that I'm even having to do this recovery now. If you ever get weakness in your hand, just stop. Like, literally, don't keep going, because that's how you cook it. And it might take weeks of like pushing through it before you actually notice a problem. But you never want to push through weakness or pain or anything like that, because it'll just get worse. And it took a while for mine to get worse, bro. I used to be able to play for 14 hours a day and just push through everything. And then it just got worse and worse and worse until I couldn't do it anymore. And now I'm here, but do code for a living? Yeah, bro. Definitely don't want to chalk that hand. I honestly wish that hands just worked correctly and never broke. But, you know, it is what it is, bro. Oh, yeah, I said this earlier. There's always going to be negatives to everything. It's always going to be positive to everything. No matter how well off you are, how in the dumps you are, there's always going to be positives and negatives. There might only be one positive. It's still a positive. And there might only be one negative, but you might still focus on it because you're a freaking bum. Like me. I do that too. Even if there's only one negative, that's the one you're going to think of, right? Ignore all the positives, look at the negative. But that's not what you're supposed to do. You always should focus on the positive. Not necessarily ignore the negative, but don't focus on it, you know? You basically want to be aware of the negative, but not think about it too much. Because it'll just make you sad. Like, what's the point of that? And I've also never broke anything. I've never broke any, like, bones or anything. This injury that I got with my arm is literally the most injured I've ever been. And it's a stretch to even call this an injury. It technically is an injury, but it's more of like a repetitive strain thing, so I guess it does count as an injury. It's just like, yo. Bro, how do I tell you that the stream's been over for freaking 40 minutes? Yo. I've been stalling for 40, I've been like yapping for 40 minutes. The gameplay ended 40 minutes ago. Let me just tell you what happened though. Look, I got the new PC, right? New PC. And I have like way more frames now. It's actually not that good right now because I need to restart my computer. I haven't restarted it in 5 freaking days. But like, bro, I get so much better frames. I used to always run my game and turn it on real-time mode in Task Manager because I literally had to for the game to run well. But I don't have to do that anymore. I'm still going to do it because I think it's better to do it. But like, I was able to just play the game normally without it. I get like 300 plus frames though pretty much always now. And since I have 300 hertz, it's like perfect. I can do some of the new strats now. I was trying Steam Cycle a little bit when I first got it. And I was able to do it, but I still don't know if it's like consistent. Because like the way you load into the room is like different sometimes. So I don't know. I don't know if Steam Zero Cycle is actually a viable strat, to be honest. It might be. I'm going to do more testing on it for sure. But I tried doing this strat for this room where you like go fast enough to where you can get the grapple. Yeah, that one. But for this room, I was able to do the fast strat for this room though, because this one's pretty consistent. It's hard, but it's consistent. You can basically get to the platform that like appears up there fast enough to where you could just go up and just grapple it, and it's a decent amount faster. So I can do that strat now. That's what I did today. I was like learning that. The other thing is in this first room where there's like, I don't know how to explain this. I'll just go to the guy. I'll just go to the freaking guy. This room, I was never able to do the strat that most people do where they like go past the dude and hit the corner. And I'll show you the guy. The guy's right here. This guy right here. So this guy's coming to the right when you get to him. And wait, is he coming to the right when you get to him? Or is he going to the left when you get to him? No, he'd be coming to the right. Wait, how does it work? Does he? No, I think he's going to the left when you get to him. So with my loads, he was always too far left to where I couldn't make it to the end, and I had to just pogo him. But now that my loads are good, I might be able to do the new strat where you like, or not even new. It's not even new. It's pretty old strat where you just basically go fast enough to where you can get the ground instead of the guy. Those are the only 3 real strats that are like load dependent though. Oh, there is one other thing that I didn't test at all. I want to see. Okay. The ring grab room. Let me just do this real quick. I don't think that is affected at all by frames. There is one room in house that's affected by frames though, and it's freaking this one. I'm not actually playing the game. I just want to test for a second. Yeah, it's literally free now. Oh my gosh, bro. I can't believe that everyone else has just been playing this room for free this whole time, and meanwhile bro, you guys don't understand. I'm gonna glaze myself for a second. With the loads that I have, and I'm obviously not the only runner who's had to do this. There's other people with bad loads. But like, bro, when you have bad loads, sometimes this room loads so freaking inefficiently that you literally have to do task movement to get it to work. Like, you have to do the freaking quickest wall jumps of all time where it's like freaking instant. But now I can just do it for free. Like, now I don't even have to worry about that. I can just get it like easily. It's freaking easy as frick. Alright, anyways, I'm done. Having a good PC is very cool. Having a chalked hand is not cool. As I said, there's always positives and negatives. Let's focus on the positives. At the start of the stream, I said it was going to be a no complaint stream. So, we will not be complaining. Also, what do you mean by fast God pixel? What does that even mean, bro? I don't think that's FPS dependent at all. Let me find an outro song. Oh, it's probably oh, I know what. Okay. Also, what are you talking about? What is fast God pixel? Can you explain this to me? Yeah, no, it's not FPS dependent at all, as far as I know. I think I pretty much already tested all the FPS dependent stuff. The main improvement with the new PC is just that I shouldn't be getting lag spikes anymore, which means I shouldn't have an issue with that. What? What do you mean you jump? Wait, what does that mean? Is this a new strat? When was this strat a thing? Am I tweaking? Bro, the strat that I know is that you just pogo. Oh, wait, so what is it? What does it do? Can you link it? Ow. I don't see it in the strat channel because they never post in this freaking strat channel. Bro, if there's a new strat, I want to see it though. Dude, I don't really understand what you mean, like jump line. No, but I fixed it, bro. You shouldn't get banned for sending links anymore. It'll probably still just delete it, but I don't think it'll ban you anymore. Yeah, I want to see that strat. And I can stall more. W. Yo, this stream was literally 10 minutes of gameplay. An hour of just straight yap. I mean, bro, they just post strats in the 80% channel now. It's like, bro, they literally forgot about anything. They forgot about the friggin' strats channel. They just posted at 80%. Alright. Let me see. I was gonna say something else. So my, basically I had to like take like another freaking week of doing nothing with my arm. Now I'm at a point where it's starting to get better again, which I did put this in a pin, but I don't think anyone read the pin, so I'll just explain. I'm starting to improve again, but I'm gonna go way slower. Like what game? I can only play a game if it involves one hand, so that's not a lot of games. But W link, let me check. Now, but I'm gonna take it really slow now. Like I'm gonna be playing like 15 minutes a day for the next few days, and then up until like 30, and then after a week it'll be like an hour. After another week it'll be like 2 hours. So it's gonna be really slow. I just don't want to be cooked again. Bro. I'm actually going to ban you. You just sent me a strat that's freaking 5 months old and no one's ever gonna do on a run. That's not even a strat, bro. That's not a strat. No. That is, you cannot call that a strat. It's a freaking slot machine. That is not consistent, bro. That is a frame perfect release that you would not be doing 40 minutes into a freaking run. Nobody is doing that strat, and it only saves half a second. Second ban thread. Anyways, yeah, okay. W strat though. I actually have a clip of me doing that. I also have a clip of me. I have a clip of me doing the most brain dead strat ever, where I harpoon across the gap and just fall into the spike and just go through it. I don't think that strat is ever gonna be done in like 10 years time. It's like brain dead. But it's technically the fastest way to do it. Chalk everything, bro. We're done. Okay. So look. I think realistically, I'm just going to be honest. I'm probably not going to stream very often for a little bit. Because I don't see the point of streaming for 15 minutes. Since I'm probably only going to be playing 15 minutes for the next few days. I don't think I'm going to stream for the next few days. Dice of Dusk. Interesting. Might look at it. So look, once I can play for 30 minutes, I'll probably do daily streams again, and it'll just be like really short ones, like I was doing last week. So it'll just be like 30-minute streams. But that'll probably start like next week or something, whenever I can do 30 minutes. Right now I can only do like 15 at a time. So once I can do 30 playtime at a time, then I'll start doing that. And then it'll just slowly get, like, I think what the way I'm gonna probably do it is I am gonna do streams every day. They're just gonna be really small at first, and they're gonna slowly get longer. That's my goal. I want them to slowly get longer. So like next week it might be 30-minute streams. The week after it might be hour streams. 2 weeks after it might be like maybe 2-hour streams. Like we hopefully eventually will get to back to 8-hour streams. You know, that might take a month or two, but I hope so, bro. I hope so. Wait, can you actually play Expedition 33 with one hand? Because I low-key did kind of want to play that game, but I don't think you can play that with one hand. I don't think that's the thing. Maybe so. I don't know. I should probably mention this because this is kind of important to mention, which is I'm moving in 2 days. So, I have been like moving for the past week, which is also part of why I haven't been streaming, because I haven't really been playing. Like, okay, I was half resting because I needed to, because I chalked my hand when I was doing the CPU like 2 weeks ago. I was also half resting because I was like moving stuff and I didn't want to overdo by playing the game and moving stuff. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I might be able to do that. Okay, so I am going to be moving on Thursday, which is tomorrow. Oh frick, I'm moving tomorrow. That's actually frick, bro. Yeah, I lived in this house for like 4 years and I'm moving. Well, it's an apartment, but I'm moving to a house. It's pretty close to me, but I will be moving tomorrow. I've been moving for the last week. The move will complete by next week. But I'll be at the house tomorrow. The point I'm making is that this is the last stream in this apartment, which I didn't even think about, but I'm thinking about it now, and it's kind of making me sad. I never even, bro, like I only got to really stream for like a month, and then I got cooked. And now I'm freaking moving. But hey, bro, the apartment will be missed. There's like a couple freaking there's a couple of streams where I point in my camera towards my dog and you can see my room, but that's gonna be it, bro. You're never gonna see this freaking room again. Next stream is gonna be a new room, new house, and hopefully new hand. Probably not. Okay, realistically though, the plan is next week, hopefully by like middle of next week, maybe the end. It might be a week before the next stream, but hopefully it's less than that. Once I can play the game for 30 minutes at a time, I will start streaming every day again. That'll probably be next week, I hope. I'll also be in a new house. I'll be moved. I'm moving tomorrow. At that point, I will be slowly increasing and making sure not to overdo it because I don't want to go back to being cooked. I will be very, very slowly increasing my playtime. And eventually, I believe, bro, I hope that I can eventually get back up to 8-hour streams in like a month or two. I really hope. I really hope, bro. Yeah, since I'm moving too, I definitely want to be careful that I'm not like overloading it with that. So I'm definitely not going to stream for the next couple days and probably just for the next week, to be honest. It'll probably be next week that I'll start again. It'll start off with really short streams, 30-minute streams, but it will be every day. That's what I'm going to try and do. Because I think I would rather just stream. I think I did say this before. I would rather stream every day, even if it's only like 20-30-minute streams at first, than like go weeks between streams and stuff because I'm overdoing it. So I'm not going to overdo it anymore. I'm going to very slowly increase the stream time. It'll start like next week. And I really do want to get back to 8-hour streams eventually. Even if it's slow, that's true as well. If there's ever a day where I feel like I shouldn't play the game at all, I'll freaking go live and play freaking slope or something. I don't know. That's honestly not a bad idea. Because, like, bro, would you rather no stream for the day or a 20-minute slope stream for the day? Be honest. Would you tune into a 20-minute slope stream? Bro. This might be my most successful stall segment ever. I literally... Yeah, I know you would both probably miss it. But, look, even if you miss the stream, bro, it's all good. I'm going to stream anyways. Whether you're here or not, there will be a stream. So don't even worry about it. I need to find an outro song now. This was like a legendary stall segment, I'm going to be honest. This was like literally... This is where legends are made with this stall segment. This was a 1-hour stall segment. That is legendary. That might never happen again, bro. This might be the longest stall segment ever that I ever do. Actually, not a bad idea. Area math outro is peak. Yo, I'm gonna be honest. Do you guys know what the best song is? Or sorry, the best Minecraft song, not the best song. What is the best Minecraft song? Put it in the chat. It's not Area Math, by the way. Area Math is probably top 3. It's not the best. Sweden? No! Bro, the best Minecraft song is Drayton. And I don't know how, but it's like becoming popular now. I started seeing people making edits to the Drayton song on Reels and stuff. Which is cool. Because that's like, bro, that song has been so underrated for so long. And it's actually starting to get a lot of attention, which is cool. This song is also really cool. To be clear, Area Math is probably top 3. But Drayton, let me just play it, bro. I'm just going to play it. The song is 8 minutes long, so we're not going to play the whole thing. I think I did do an outro to this song once. This song is literally so peak. This is a life-changing song right here. This, bro, you guys understand. This guy, C418, this guy is literally the GOAT. This guy is the Bach of modern era. This guy is literally Bach himself. Right or wrong? Let me get a W in the chat for this song. For C418, the GOAT. Literally the GOAT, bro. I don't know how this guy did it. Area Math is peak for sure. Oh, man. Haunt Muskie. Yo, I'm gonna be honest. I actually, I know all the Minecraft songs, but I don't, like, have very, well, what would you call it, coordination with the names and the actual songs. So I don't know what song you're talking about, but it probably hits, bro. It probably hits. There's, like, so many Minecraft songs that hits. There's, like, bro, there's, like, 20 bangers in the soundtrack. the freaking discs are, the discs have like 10 bangers, and then outside of the disc there's like 10 more bangers. I will say a lot of the bangers are in creative mode, which is interesting. I don't know, when I used to play Minecraft, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I didn't play single player much at all. I think I had like one single player world my entire life pretty much, and that one single player world was survival. So I never really heard the creative mode music. Most of my Minecraft playtime is just online Hypixel, or not just Hypixel, just online in general. I do have a lot of Minecraft playtime, but it's all online, and I haven't played it in a while. That was like the first game I got into as well. When I first got my laptop, because I got a laptop before this PC, and that was like 6 years ago now. Actually, it was, I'm not even joking, it was 7 years ago. That wasn't even a 6-7 joke, it was actually 7 years ago. I know who Etho is. I never watched Minecraft YouTubers growing up. Well, that's not true. I did watch Dan TDM. That's like the only one that I watched. But then later on I found out about all the other people, and they're all really cool. No, but I got the laptop 7 years ago. The first game that I ever got, I'm pretty sure this might be wrong, but I'm almost certain that the first game I ever got was Minecraft, and I like asked my mom to buy it for me. I think it might have been for my birthday or something. This was like 2019. I asked my mom to buy Minecraft, and I got a Minecraft account. That game is just so peak, bro. That was like my first real game. What is the new speedrun thing? Because I follow Minecraft speedrunning a lot. I used to speedrun the game too. 2012 is crazy, bro. To be clear, I played, well, not play, I don't know, what would you call it? I kind of played Minecraft since it came out, but it wasn't really me playing it. It was more so my brothers playing, and I would watch. But I don't know. Well, the earliest update I remember is when the Observer came out, which I think was a really long time ago. So that's definitely not when the game came out, but it's like pretty soon after. Do you know when the Observer came out? That's like the first update I remember being like, whoa, this is an update. And I didn't play it. It was like my brother's. But I do remember the Observer update. How freaking long ago? Wasn't that just the Redstone update? I'm guessing like 2015, 2014. Let me see. Oh, frick. I just looked up Minecraft Observer. I'm actually a moron. Okay. It was... When was it? Wither update. That sounds old as heck, bro. I thought the Wither was always in the game. That's crazy. Oh, yeah, bro. You're just talking about ranked? Yeah, bro. I watch ranked. Ranked is cool. What is it called? MCSR? MCR is peak. If I still speedrun, what is the past tense? Speedran Minecraft? I would be doing that. That was like one of the first games that I speedran, and it was what, like 5 years ago that I did that. The thing is, bro, I only speedrun this game now, so one day I will obviously speedrun other things, but for now, bro, it's only silksong. That's like the only one. I've speedrun other games before though. I think I've said some of them. I speedran Celeste. Well, let's see. The first game I ever speedran was Snake. But after that, I speedran... Is speedran the right word? I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Speedran? It's probably right. I speedran Celeste. I speedran Minecraft. I speedran Hollow Knight. Kind of. Not really. I only learned like the first 3 minutes of the run. Like, speedran is very loose. That's not even a word, speedran, but I'm just going to use it anyways. Speedran is a loose term here because I basically like learned the first 5 minutes of each run. So like I learned the first 5 minutes of Celeste run. I learned the first 5 minutes of Hollow Knight run. Never really did any actual runs. Minecraft, I actually did do actual runs. Minecraft is the first game that I like really speedran. I played like SSG mainly, so I didn't even really do RSG. But I used to play SSG on the old seed back when Minecraft had the world record, and he ended up being a cheater as well, which is kind of crazy. But back when he had the world record, back on the old seed where there was a dolphin, that was cool. That was like the first game that really got me into speedrunning, I would say. That's like the first game that got me into anything though. Like, as I was saying, bro, first laptop, first game was Minecraft. and I would literally play on Hypixel freaking all day for like 2020 and 2021. It's like all I would do. That's like the most peak time ever. Actually, the most peak thing ever. Anyways, I think I should end it here, bro. As the song is ending, I think I should end the stream, right? This has been an absolutely legendary Yap session. This has been the greatest Yap I've ever done on the stream. This is actually incredible how long this Yap went on for. Like, this is legendary. This will go down in history as the most Yap in my stream ever. But I pretty much already said everything, so I'm gonna just let the song play out. I'll see you guys later, though. Probably next week. Goodbye, chat.